Michael Flaherty.
And this is Flahertys on Films, where we discuss the AFI Top 100. I mean, you get the gist. You know what we're doing.
We're movie pros.
Oh, actually, we are not. I don't.
That is the premise, right?
That's the premise.
I forget
we don't
sometimes.
know anything.
But we're going to talk about this movie, and we're going to have a lot of people should listen to us. Stay tuned.
Because we're fun.
We're fun.
You want to hang out with us. It's like,
exactly. We're the common man's point of view. You know, we're not the elites.
Exactly.
As they say.
So this week, we're continuing that countdown of the AFI. I do not remember what number we're on, but we're up there with Easy Rider.
Nice.
From 1969.
All right.
Michael, do you want to give us a little synopsis?
I would love to. Two counterculture bikers travel from Los Angeles to New Orleans in search of America. Real quick, how long is that trek?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think...
But real long.
I think like a week or 2 weeks.
On motorcycle?
Because they mentioned at the beginning, we have to get there by Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they are trying to give us a timeline, I forget.
Now, the listeners who are really actively paying attention may have caught up on something, that there was no plot, really, in that synopsis.
Right.
No
also,
conflict, nothing.
I did see this film. I watched it.
Yeah.
Did you get that they were in search of America?
No, I don't really know what their motive was.
I
just to sort of be free. Oh, we're just going out and being wild.
I also thought they wanted to get to Mardi Gras. Like, that seemed to be...
I wish that was more established in the movie.
So let's just get right into this film.
Let's do it.
But first...
Oh, what?
Let's see what... I mean, everyone loves this film, obviously.
It's a great film. It's in the AFI Top 100 films.
Let's see what other people who may have had a different opinion than the AFI voters.
Let's hear some counterculture views of this movie.
All right. We're going to start with a user from Amazon called Digital Feedback.
Digital Feedback. Okay. This may be a cult classic and revolutionary for its time. I just didn't like it. The storyline and ending was terrible. Agreed.
Digital Feedback. That's some good feedback.
I really don't want to spoil my review, but it's similar.
Yeah. Had to watch for a college research paper assignment. Wow. Don't you hate doing college research paper assignments? Would never have watched if not required. Is considered to be a great movie, but I hated it. The acting is subpar, and the hippies are awkward camera tricks. The hippies are awkward camera tricks? Are not impressive, although maybe for LSD times they were considered cool.
LSD times.
So that was Brandy Peck.
Brandy. All right.
She does not like LSD times. Doesn't think highly of it.
Okay. Great movie if you want to see guys smoking weed. I disagree, because, Seth Rogen is funny, but this movie was not good. Okay.
Yeah. I don't mind watching guys smoking weed. I'm sure this movie had its day back in the time period it was filmed. It was entertaining, I suppose. No punctuation. I found it dull and quite odd. Did not care for it. Trash bagging it.
Whoa, that's lingo I've not heard before.
That's Suzanne.
Oh, Suzanne. We should hang out, Suzanne. All right. I thought this was a classic. I thought classic meant it would be good. Can I get my money back?
Dennis asking the important questions.
Yeah. It might be Dennis Hopper. We don't know. It doesn't say.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper is one of the stars of this film.
Yes.
That's important.
Yes.
It stars Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda at the
joke is getting funnier.
Yes. Mike, you want to read this last review from Linez?
Sure. And Linez actually makes a pretty good point. I've sort of read the review before I'm going to say it. Here we go. Stupid, stupid, stupid. So
very apt.
A very apt review.
Nicely done, Linez.
So a lot of thought, very compressed.
So that was it for the Amazon 1-star reviews. And I'm sad to say that it is not Bam.
Time for Sam.
Because she is not with us this week.
That makes me very sad.
She is over in jolly old England. So I guess we'll just have to make do. I did learn some facts from reading the reviews.
Sure. Share with us.
So they may
those
not
facts.
be real facts.
Okay.
They may just be people spouting off and getting mad at bad reviews. So this movie looked and felt like a really bad student film. Like, they had these weird cuts. The quality of the film was really bad.
For the 60s, though, was it bad?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
So
what else came out in 69 for reference?
Like The Graduate.
Oh, I've never seen that movie.
Well, so apparently this is what, quote unquote, new Hollywood times. So like TV's getting gaining popularity. The studio system's losing a lot of money.
Okay.
So, like, out there films are getting more recognition.
Gotcha.
So I think we're gonna give a little treat to the viewers at home.
Oh, I'm so
We're
excited.
just gonna tell them what this movie is so they never have to watch it. We're just gonna walk you through it.
That's really nice of us.
That's so nice of us, because here's exactly what the film is. It is about 10 scenes. So my favorite thing about this, only an hour and a half long.
I liked that a lot, yeah.
I really enjoyed that. There's about 10 scenes. Between each scene, there's about 5 minutes of just a camera panning over the two actors on their motorcycles and some cool oldie song.
Which can be good, I guess. In theory, I think, can be good if it's shot really well and the songs are really good. Which I guess it was.
Yeah,
But,
Born to be Wild.
Yeah, they're not really plot heavy.
No, and I was a little bored.
Oh, well, sure.
Because it wasn't like beautiful sweeping landscape. It was just like, there's small town America, there's the hills.
If you're familiar with small town America, it's nothing special.
All right. And I think we've also established whoever made this film hates small town America.
How so? Explain yourself.
I think it's like, so the plot kind of revolves around them going to small southern towns and getting like persecuted and getting beaten up and getting hated on because their hair is so long.
So counterculture.
Right. And it's just like, I don't believe that people are just that horrible to you just because you're so far out.
We don't know. I mean, we were not alive in
We
69.
don't know. We don't know.
By the way, this movie, or a lot of analyses of this movie, a lot of synopsis, we use the word counterculture to describe our main characters. They're criminals. This movie starts, and I guess we're about to say this, movie starts with a drug deal where they're selling drugs. And what happens from that is they get some money to go on this fun trip.
Yeah. Because
they're so against the establishment.
Yeah, you can't nail me down, man. I'm not going to get a job.
You're a criminal. Go to jail now.
I guess you could argue that being a criminal is counter to culture.
It is. But I'm not for them.
All right. First scene, we got their drugs. They go to Mexico, and then they sell the drugs in L.A. to Phil Spector, who, by the way, is a very famous music producer who super murdered a girl.
Oh.
So that's fun.
That's a good fact.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then cut to scene of watching them be on the motorcycles for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Then
what was the song for that one?
I don't remember.
It'd be cool, because that may be my favorite part of the movie.
I assume they're all Born to be Wild.
Everyone.
Yeah.
That's that's my favorite part of the movie, and I'm pretty sure that's what everyone's favorite part of the movie, even though they wouldn't admit it. It's just the fact that Dennis Hopper looks cool in shades, and some of the songs are pretty good.
Now
Not Dennis Hopper.
No. Peter Fonda.
Peter Fonda.
That's the cute one.
Yeah.
Who always has his helmet behind his head. Put it on your head. Motorcycles are dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, he's
really
against the rules, against the norm.
Oh, I don't care about protecting my skull because I'm just too cool.
He does look really cool, though.
He does look so cool. He's really dreamy.
Got that jacket. It's got that weirdly long face.
Yeah.
I was into it.
So this last Super Bowl, there was like a Mercedes-Benz commercial where they play Born to be Wild, and they're just in a biker bar, and then a motorcyclist is like, oh, my car's blocked in. They go out, and some old dude gets in, and they're like, oh, he still looks good. And now I know, reviewing that, that is an Easy Rider. And that was Peter Fonda.
Did he still look good?
He actually did look pretty good.
Okay.
Now that I've revisited it. But I feel like that Mercedes was really banking on the popularity and familiarity with Easy Rider.
Well, I guess people know that movie. It seems like a safe bet.
All right, so then next scene. The two guys have a meal with this old dude and his young wife and their jillions of children. And then
whoa, is this the hippie commune?
No. This is just a regular farm where Peter Fonda's like, not everyone can live off the land. You can just do what you want and be free.
Yeah, okay, because that's a theme of the movie, freedom.
Right.
Yep, okay.
And then that's it. That's that whole scene.
Yeah.
Then, let's watch them be on bikes for 10 minutes.
Born to be Wild plays again.
Right.
The second time.
Right. Then they pick up a hitchhiker, and then they go to the commune.
Yeah, and the hitchhiker was weird.
So weird.
What was it, some of the lines he said? They're like, where are you from? He's like, the city. I'm like, okay, well, which city? He's like, oh, they're all the same, man.
It's too long to pronounce.
And I think people who would root for this movie say, wow, it's a really deep theme. And for normal people, it's like, he's really being irritating. Just answer the question.
Why did they want to be friends with him?
Right.
The commune was so weird, which seems redundant because you're like, sure, a hippie commune is weird.
Yeah, it seems intentional.
But the way they filmed it, there was this one scene where there's a child crying in the background and they just pan faces around this huge circle.
When I saw that scene, I said, oh shit, I gotta rewind because I missed something. But nope, I did it. It just cuts to the, circle, panning a circle of people, just looking with blank
40
faces.
people looking, and I thought like it was going to be something weird with the child because it was crying, but nope.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No.
They're just like, okay, now let's eat.
Did I pay close enough attention? So it was established in that hippie commune that they weren't getting enough food. And he said a line like, there were 40 of us, but now there's like 20 of us. Did they leave or did they die?
I think they left.
Okay.
But I wondered the exact same thing because he didn't seem concerned enough for them to have died.
Yeah, now there's just 20 of us.
Yeah, and then they're just like, so Dennis Hopper is like the more cynical, jaded one, and then,
I thought it was reverse. I thought Peter Fonda was more.
Peter Fonda was the hottie, and...
But he kind of was jaded at the end.
I guess. But Dennis Hopper was just more of an asshole, I thought.
Okay.
Maybe, again, he just wasn't as pretty, so I was confused.
Right.
But because he was like, they're never going to grow anything. And it's like, but they're trying because of freedom or something.
Sure.
I think that's important.
Peter Fonda was the more, I think the film was trying to say he was the more elevated.
Idealistic.
Yeah.
Like he was really
He really got
freedom.
it. He really got it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm so annoyed by this film. It's just a bunch of people I never want to hang out with.
Oh, yeah.
Next scene. They, for some reason, are
But those hippies will die.
Oh, they will die.
They will die. Yeah,
and I feel like there were too many children there.
Yeah.
Like, they need an education. Like, go live.
Yeah, that's sad.
Go live in a town.
They're basically being kidnapped.
Right. I'm sorry.
I mean, it might be their children, but that's too bad for them.
Right.
To be placed in that situation.
Also, I feel like they were trying to bring up free love and stuff, but I didn't really get that. I don't know. Nothing happened at the commune. That's important. They just sort of observed the goings on. There was a play troupe. They didn't put on a play. We just watched.
It was called guerrilla theater. I like that.
Oh, you like
that?
that?
They had a cool font for the sign.
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
Like a Scooby-Doo font.
I like that.
Yeah.
So nothing happened.
No.
But except that they got rid of the hitchhiker, I guess, because he lives on this commune.
And freedom is good.
I guess.
Yeah.
So next scene, they're in a small town and they're accidentally in a parade.
Yeah.
So that gets them thrown in jail.
Right.
Obviously.
Right. Just the way the movie frames this, like, oh, well, we were just in the parade. No, you went to the parade. Like,
right?
you're intervening in their parade. You're doing the crimes again.
Yeah.
You're being criminals. You're being bad people. We're not rooting for you.
Right. You're not better than parade routes. These things are scheduled in advance. Get your permits or just watch the parade.
Freedom doesn't mean you can just fuck over whoever and just ruin people's parades.
I mean, maybe it does.
I don't like it. I don't like them.
This is what hippie culture is.
It's just, if you're having a parade, now it's my parade.
Fuck your parade.
Yeah, it's mine now. I get to be in it. I'm the star.
Well, like Ferris Bueller, I guess.
Yeah, he's very...
He also, fuck the culture, freedom.
It was going to be called Easy Rider 2, but then they went with Ferris Bueller's Day Out.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's a cool fact.
Yeah, Sam would confirm that.
Yeah. So they get thrown in jail, and who do they meet?
Jack Nicholson.
I was surprised to see him.
Oh, I think I looked at the IMDb before, so he was in it.
I was surprised. First of all, he was very young, almost looked like a normal, attractive person.
Almost attractive.
Almost,
but still pretty scary.
Right.
Still got that pretty fierce demeanor.
But he had this adorable Southern accent.
Do you want to do the impression?
Oh, marijuana? Is this marijuana? Oh, you boys gonna get me in trouble?
He's like a Southern belle.
He's so cute. So he's an ACLU lawyer who is like fighting discrimination against hippies, I guess, and gets them out of jail. He has some like really cool, insightful things to say about America and like this used to be a great country, or like I can get you boys off if you didn't kill anybody. Well, anybody white. We're like, all right, racism is alive. I mean, we're not going to have
commentary.
Yeah, we're not going to have people of color in the film, but racism exists.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, and like how in small town they want everybody's hair to be cut to be the same because that's how they're sticking it to the system is slightly having shaggy hair.
Well, plus crimes.
Right.
Yeah.
So So, yeah, Jack Nicholson.
It's too bad people are intolerant of people with short hair and criminals.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
It's too bad. It
So
sucks.
awful. That
Yeah.
Just get a haircut and also stop doing crime.
Also, please.
So Jack Nicholson gets him out of jail, and then he's like, "Oh, you guys are going to Mardi Gras? I'd like to go to Mardi Gras." And they're like, "Cool, come with us." And now they're
And he said something about a whorehouse. That was his.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, he's a debilitating alcoholic. That was important.
I don't know what the word debilitating means.
Bad.
Okay.
Like not functioning well.
It's a problem. Got it.
It does seem to be a problem.
I'm all caught up.
He said like he's tried to get to New Orleans many times but couldn't make it because he's too drunk.
Trying to think through the logic of that one, but I cannot.
So yeah, he's gonna go to this really cool whorehouse. So next scene, we're around the fire with Jack, and so I did my impression. So he's gonna have some drinks, and they're like, "How about have some grass, man?" And they're like totally school PSA peer pressuring him.
Yes.
to have
These
it.
are what our main characters are doing.
Right, they're like, just smoke it, just have some. It's natural.
We're pretty far in the movie, also.
Right.
So it's just like, we now as the audience learn that they're not going to improve as the movie goes on.
No.
They're just set like this.
They're just like this.
Yeah.
They're stereotypes of hippies, I think, even though it seems like it's trying to be a love letter to hippies.
I don't get what the movie's message is, but we can talk about that later.
Right. So I love Jack Nicholson's like earnest, like naive reaction, because it just reminded me like when I was like first round, oh, marijuana?
Well, I'll get addicted.
What do I do?
That was pretty good.
It was so cute. Oh, and then he does this huge, weird talk about how UFOs exist among us.
No, I remember I liked it. Yeah, it was weird, and I didn't get it.
But
And it was like, all right,
yeah,
it's weird.
so they're living among us, and he was explaining how they're living. Like it was long.
It was pretty long.
That was, yeah. So then cut to, I mean, still, of course, long motorcycle scene. That's important. Every time I say scene, just know that there is at least a 5 to 10 minute motorcycle scene.
Play Born to be Wild a fifth time. Yeah.
Right. So then there's this weird diner scene where these teenage girls are really into them.
Oh, that was weird. I didn't get the dialogue also. So there were teenage girls looking at them. There was a cop and a dude looking at them. Then there were some other dudes looking at them, and they were all like talking over each other very fast. Yeah. And I missed some dialogue that would happen. I didn't get what the point of that scene was.
It felt like the cop and the dude were just like, we're gonna like just beat up some fucking hippies because look at these fucking assholes with their long hair.
Because they're discriminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the girls were like, look at fucking
Dennis Hopnow?
no,
Peter Fonda.
Peter Fonda over there.
And Jack Nicholson.
I thought they were really about Peter because they were like into his long hair.
They mentioned the suspenders that Jack Nicholson was wearing.
Yeah, maybe I missed some dialogue as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that it was weird. It was just so weird. Like everyone in the town was like, look at these weirdos.
When I think of the premise of that scene, it's like just some more discrimination, but it was just done so weirdly.
So weird.
Yeah. Did we not talk about the scene transitions? The editing?
What?
Oh, so when it would cut from from place A to place B, it would cut from A to B, and then it would like flicker between them.
Oh yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah, before finally settling on going to B.
I remember watching that and thinking, I'm really glad I don't have epilepsy. Like, that was so...
Right. Again, there's no point to that, which contributes to our bad student film sort of feeling.
Yes. Or like when they would pan the landscape, but they wouldn't quite keep the camera steady.
Which is technically what it is.
I guess.
Yeah.
So then next scene, they're around the fire again. And then they're talking about America, how it sucks, and freedom. And then they get the shit kicked out of them.
Yes.
Then Jack Nicholson gets dead. He gets straight up murdered because I guess they hate hippies so much. They're like, I have to murder them.
Well, yeah.
Maybe that was a thing. Also, so Jack Nicholson dies. Oh, and Dennis Hopper like has a knife, so he chases them away before they kill both of them, I guess. All of them. And they seem not that sad that Jack is dead.
No, they move on pretty quickly.
So quickly. Then, cut to. They're in this weird, nice restaurant with beads hanging everywhere, like they're fucking Greg Brady.
Did you forget to mention that they went on a motorcycle for 5 minutes?
Right, and then they went on a motorcycle for 5 minutes.
Played Born to be Wild 7th time.
Yeah. And then Dennis is like, we got to go to this whorehouse.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, foreshadowing, like a Chekhov's gun situation. So we got to go to this whorehouse. And, Peter Fonda's like, I'm beautiful. I don't need to go to a whorehouse. But he does anyway because he's a good friend. but I think it's so weird that they go to get hookers and then they stay in the same room. It's like, if you're gonna pay top dollar for the best whorehouse, get your own room.
That is a little strange.
Did not.
Well, they're not billionaires.
Yeah, and then Peter Fonda was like, I don't really want to be here. Let's just go hang out outside. And they're like, cool.
And do LSD, that's what happens next?
Do LSD, that scene.
Was that established where they got the LSD?
Yeah, they got it at the commune, and they're like, you'll know who to try this with. It was very foreshadowy.
I'm glad you paid attention to that, because I did not pick that up.
So they're in New Orleans in Mardi Gras, and as I understand Mardi Gras today, it's just this crazy, wild, fun party.
Big.
In the late 60s, it looked super lame.
Looks like there were 10 people there.
Right, 10 people at a weird-ass parade.
Right. Again, going to our bad student film. Like, they probably just didn't have the budget to...
Why wouldn't they just go film at Mardi Gras?
That's a good question.
I mean, maybe Mardi Gras was lame then.
I guess it's true. We don't know.
We do not know. Tell me your takes on that LSD weird Catholic prayer scene.
I guess it was done well. I mean, I feel like maybe it had the effect that they were intending, which is weird and unsettling and creepy.
I was very unsettled. When Peter Fonda's weeping in that statue's arms.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But again, why the scene has that intention, I don't know. I don't know what it contributes to the rest of the film.
I think, I don't know. And they do some weird religious stuff throughout the film, but it's very little, and I think it's supposed to mean something, but I'm not particularly deep, so...
Yeah, so we're almost done with this movie?
We're really close, because then they're around the campfire again, and Dennis is like, oh, we still have all this money, let's go do something cool, and Peter Fonda's like, we blew it, man. We didn't find freedom or America, I guess, is what he means.
Okay.
Then they're riding again, and then they get shot.
Trucker is driving by them, looks at, hey, he's got long hair, pulls out his shotgun, like, haha, shoots him. Who knows why.
Right.
And then...
shoots Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. And then Peter Fonda, turns around. What happens then?
He turns around, he's like, oh, I'll go get help. And then the truck turns around, they're like, oh, I should probably kill witnesses. And then his bike explodes.
So that's the end of the movie.
That's the whole movie.
So my question is, what was the message? Because it almost sounds like freedom is bad.
Or
is the message
not attainable?
Oh, jeez.
I know. Every conversation they had that was
America is so just oppressive
to the people who are just dare to be different.
Oh, jeez.
All the dialogue sounded improvised poorly. None of it, well, except for Jack Nicholson's cool alien rant. That was.
Yeah.
But I don't know, they're like, sit around a campfire and pretend just smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I read in the Amazon comments they did smoke weed on, which makes sense to me now.
Yes. When I Wikipedia'd this movie, I think I saw the fact, and I hope I'm not wrong, but that Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda wrote this movie.
Oh.
So, again, contributing to the bad student film, it's very independently made. I wonder what their inspiration was for this movie. What drove them to make this movie? What was their passion?
Hippies.
Hippies are...
drugs.
But...
freedom.
Freedom. It's just not a celebration, But
it also isn't really a scathing criticism, except for murderous Southerners, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Crime is okay. They just really wanted to get that across.
I guess. They just had some lines. I wrote down, he says, I'm hip about time, man, but I just gotta go.
Peter Fonda says that?
Yeah. What is hip about time?
It's cool.
That's cool. That's a cool thing to say.
It is pretty cool, yeah. He looked good in that jacket.
He did.
I get the imagery is lasting.
He should wear his helmet.
Well, yeah. That's true.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Because I feel like I've seen films that don't have a narrative, that try things that are at least interesting to watch. Mm-hmm. Oh, I read in the comments that there's a 4.5-hour cut.
Whoa.
Of film.
Of what?
I know.
What would be in that cut?
Again, thank God.
We know exactly what would be in it. It's smoking, motorcycling.
Apparently there was more
Born
to
to be Wild on a loop.
the drug in the beginning. Like, there was more of a story of them buying the drugs in Mexico and then evading police and, like, trying to sell. And that was, like, going to be more of a plot.
What a great cut, because that does not really
No.
affect the film, besides they have money.
Right. I feel like you blink and you miss it, though. The drug buying and selling.
Oh, like maybe it was too fast?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a whole 5 minutes of establishing shots and people doing money. I mean, what was too fast, specifically?
I don't know. Maybe I just was really bored already.
Just immediately.
Right. See, because I'm born to be wild. I don't...
Yeah, exactly.
I can't just
We're all about
watch-
freedom.
Can't just watch films from beginning to end.
So, yeah, what do you think the modern moviegoer of 1969 learned from this movie?
I think maybe they're just like,
Dennis Hopper?
hey man,
Or
this
Peter
is the
Fonda's
time,
cool looking?
This is the time I'm living in right now, reflected in this film.
Yeah.
And also fuck the South.
Yeah. Maybe so independent movies were a really new thing then?
I think that is the case. I think
That's maybe
like,
why it's on the
this
AFI
is. I think
list.
it won the Cannes Film Festival.
Is that a thing that I should know?
Yeah,
Okay.
you should know it. It's
Okay.
quite famous.
Oh, all right. As the star of a movie analysis podcast.
Yeah, I think Cannes was new at the time, but
okay.
and it's like an independent films festival, and this is like the first time that indie films are really available to everybody.
Because of TV?
No, because movie studios were trying something new, like because their studio system had collapsed, so they're just picking up and distributing independent movies.
Gotcha.
I made that up. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm
Nah.
sorry. We do
Nah.
not have a research arm here, and
Nah, it's all right. It's all
Yeah.
right.
so
I have a fact. I heard Dennis Hopper went on Amazon and gave this movie 1 star. That's true. That's a true
that
fact.
sounds true.
Yeah.
I heard that he and Peter Fonda were lovers.
Yeah, I heard they had a lot of... That's what... The movie was going to be very different. But,
Yeah, I wonder what our bro thinks of this, though.
yeah, you know what? We need John's opinion on this one. Call Brother John. This is Bro Call, by the way, to our listeners. We're in the middle of a Bro Call segment. Here we go.
Let's see what he.
Hello, Mickey.
Hello.
John, how are you?
Me and Michelle are having dinner at Dulles.
Oh, how lovely.
So real quick, because you probably have not seen this movie. What do you think of Easy Rider, 1969, starring Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper?
Oh, God. I think I know about the movie, but I've never seen it.
Though, just imagine them
Don't.
riding motorcycles and the song "Born to Be Wild" is happening. You've seen it.
That's it.
That's it.
He looks pretty cool in shades. So
Yeah.
do you like
I'm
that?
kind of into it.
Does
I'm
that
not
sound
gonna
good?
lie. Yeah, I'd watch it. Let me put it that way. Was it good?
No, don't watch
no,
it.
No, it's really
Oh,
It's
well, that's sad.
mercifully-
In other news,
What?
we're on our way to Germany. That's going to be fun.
Oh, cool.
Oh, good. That really relevant. To
Oh,
the-
John, you're gonna miss Titanic bro call.
Oh, I'm missing the Titanic call? Oh, I have things to say about that.
Sounded a little sarcastic. All right, we'll let you get back to your dinner. Thanks for this Bro Call segment.
Yes, have a lot of fun in Germany.
Michelle says if you call her phone, we might actually be able to pick up.
All
All right.
All right. This will
But
go
remember,
on.
we'll be 7 hours ahead, so if you call during the night, we will come to Wisconsin and kill you.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Okay.
might remember that.
Well, all right.
So there's a lot of factors at play, but we'll talk later.
All right.
All right, John. Thanks for being on Flahertys on Film. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cheers, mate.
And that was bro call.
Bro Call. Favorite segment.
Favorite segment. All right. Would this go in your personal top?
No.
AFI.
No.
I think even for counterculture films of the time,
Mm-hmm.
no.
I mean, I don't know any others.
The Graduate's the only other one I know.
Oh, well.
Yeah, they actually listed a bunch. Like, people were like, oh, have you heard of other? And I'm like, I don't know any of those films.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually remember if I enjoyed The Graduate, but I really like Simon and Garfunkel's.
Isn't The Graduate on the list?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that'll be... Look forward to that, viewers. Listeners. You're listening.
So did you like the film?
No. It's a bad film. It's boring.
It's really boring.
Didn't get it, but I also didn't get the message. I don't like the characters. There's no plot. There's no conflict. There's nothing to really grab onto. It's very forgettable.
All those things are true.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe this has had such a cultural impact.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a little weird.
It's a big effing deal. People love this movie.
Many commercial parodies.
Yes, as
Right?
I found
More than
out,
one.
I actually was. The only reason I mentioned the Super Bowl commercial is I looked up an old Diet Pepsi commercial that I remember had Born to Be Wild in it.
Yeah.
And that was also an Easy Rider parody. Like, I don't.
It's too bad for that Born to Be Wild song because it's a good song, but now it seems permanently attached to that movie, people's minds.
But I also feel like it's in a lot of kids' movies from the 90s.
Like Recess.
Like Recess.
The movie.
School's out.
All right, what do you think?
What's
those questions to you now? AFI, just go on your list?
No,
Okay.
did not care for the film.
Okay.
I think boring is like the worst thing a film can be, frankly. And those effing motorcycle scenes, and I guess the film reminded me of the worst kind of film studies major.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, absolutely.
Just somebody who'd figured out life and that America wasn't all it's cracked up to be. And isn't it really cool when you
that
when you
hurts me.
hold the camera and not put it on?
That
Any kind of
pains me to
tripod.
think about. All right, so grade?
I'm gonna give it. Here's what I'm gonna give it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a D plus. Most of that is Jack Nicholson.
Whoa. So yeah, I would give it a 0 plus Peter Fonda looks cool plus Jack Nicholson is funny.
Ooh.
So that's probably a D.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the 0. I like that you mix things. But before we go, I think we should thank our sponsors.
We absolutely should.
Brought to you by Harley Davidson.
Yeah, do you want to go fast but really loudly? With Harley Davidson, you can. They have all their motorcycles are free. Go get one. We make them in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, man.
That's why they sought us out. They
Yeah.
said people who love Harley Davidson love classic movies. So let's work this out. Here's the synergy. Here's the deal. Mention the deal on the copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wear your helmet.
And wear your goddamn helmet.
Yeah. All right. So that is it for Flahertys on Films. I'm Colleen.
And I'm Michael. We'll see you next time. And cut.